I've always been one that's been very vocal and willing to put my voice first, but now I'm like, I try and talk and I'm like, what are we talking about? And
You will literally lose the train of thought and the path that you were on.
yeah,
And
and I can't. But again, that's something that's really strange, I think.
So in the grand scheme of things, whilst it sucks that you have FND and that it's been a massive change to your life, whereas you're no longer be able to work because the condition
No,
is
so
enough to stop you.
I've had several meetings with people such as DWP, and even my own company had an OC health report, and basically because of my symptoms and now my increased medication, I can't do my job anymore.
You can't concentrate for long enough.
I can't concentrate. I was studying to be a podiatrist
And you had to stop that.
and I had to stop because when I was off work, when I was just off on sick at the time, because we just didn't know, I was like, oh great, I'll try and push my coursework. But I couldn't. I literally would look at the computer.
You just wasn't taking it in.
And I can't take anything in. I can have, it's really weird, and people with FND will only relate to this, and people can't grasp. I can have conversations with you and family and close friends.
Yeah.
I may stutter and try and work out what the hell I'm saying halfway, but I can pretty much have a flowing conversation.
There have been moments in this conversation where you have those.
But if I'm with someone who I don't know, or
haven't seen in a
if
long
I'm
time.
in a meeting or something, like I thought I'd start the PTA, and being where people are talking, I was like,
sensory overload.
Yeah, and again, sensory overload is another thing, because your sensories, there you go, are all part of.
I'm sure I made that up as well. I don't think that's a word. I'm just making it sound like I know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The sensories.
You sound great compared to me. I'm like, that thing where you wee. Yeah, so, your senses are part of
overwhelmed.
Your neurons, neurology. So, and like even talking and try to say stuff. I've always been able to talk, and people are like, "Shut up, Donna," in the past.
Can you hear you in the village across the way?
Yeah. I've always been one that's been very vocal and willing to put my voice first, but now I'm like, I try and talk and I'm like, what are we talking about? And
you will literally lose the train of thought and the path that you were on.
And I can't. But again, that's something that's really strange.
Because I know that when we've had conversations and I'm talking to you and you've been on the couch and I'm standing and I've just come in the room and I've been excited and I've started talking to you about something, and I can see your eyes and your face and you're looking at me, but you are not there. And I've gone,
no.
I said, don't worry.
Talk later.
I'll come back to you later.
And there's been times where my sensory overload has gone crazy, because another thing with FND is people lose speech.
Yeah.
I mean, some, as you may have seen on This Morning, have woken up with different accents.
That I couldn't.
Which is like, how the hell does that happen? Before all this, I'd be like, what the hell? But
they must be putting it on.
There's so much that when you go down into the world of FND, and there's a few great organisations and companies out there that have helped me, and like especially Facebook, there's like 2-3 groups I'm on, and you can ask the most stupidest question on there. Like, I've had a couple of episodes where I've almost been drunk. It looks like I'm drunk.
Yeah.
You've tried to have a conversation with me, and I'm looking at you and I'm trying to talk to you, and I can't, and I'm slurring words, and then you try talking to me, and I'm looking at you like,
What are you saying?
and I'm literally like, what the hell,
Yeah.
And that again is something. And I can go onto these groups on Facebook and be like, does anyone else, what's people's experiences with this? And they all come, and no question is stupid. Like, there's a group for the like a Zoom group discussion every month, and like in England they've got a few, they've got one in Scotland, they've got in Wales, and I've joined that a few times, the Welsh one, and it's really reassuring. It's, there's some people who can walk around their house, but then as soon as they go out, it's all to do like this this CBD or whatever it is, cognitive behavior thing, where you try to, because the whole thing that is try to retrain your brain into doing stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I can have a conversation with you pretty much okay.
Yeah.
And I can potter around the house pretty much okay. But as soon as I go out...
But you are having to like lean on the door or use
I mean, I still use my walking stick and stuff.
And I go mad at you.
Yeah.
Not in a nasty way, but you do too much, and trying to rein you in has always been...
Yeah, that's the
because
thing.
You're always on the go.
If I have a good day, I'm like, I've got to like do the washing, I've got to put the Hoover on. Like this morning, I was like, I'm having a good day, I'm going to go upstairs.
Before you did this, and I was just
and
like,
you were like, what are you doing? I'm fixing the toilet seat. Get downstairs. I'm like, yeah, but the toilet seat keeps rattling and it's doing my nutting.